The puppy looked relaxed and seemed to be completely immersed in his own little world. When I approached, the dog walked up at me with a hint of arrogance in his eyes. The dog's cool attitude made me laugh. Out of curiosity, I took out some ham and handed it to the dog. The puppy hesitated for a moment, but couldn't help but take a bite. Who would have thought that after this bite, the dog immediately became enthusiastic towards me. The puppy wagged its tail and followed me closely, not wanting to leave at all. The originally indifferent little guy suddenly became clingy and tilt. Along the way, the dog's little expressions and little movements made me unable to help but take pictures. In this way, the puppy and I became friends, and the happy pet life began. I tried to greet the dog softly. The little dog actually came over. At that moment, I almost laughed out loud. The puppy is like a little gentleman, standing in front of me obediently. Then the dog suddenly sat down and didn't move. The puppy's eyes were staring at me, as if thinking about something. There was a hint of mischief and expectation in the puppy's eyes. The little dog seemed to be asking me, "Did you bring anything delicious?" I secretly took out a sausage from my pocket. I thought to myself, the dog will definitely jump over me excitedly. But the puppy only looked up at me. Then the dog's expression suddenly became strange. The dog seemed to be wondering, did I pick up a stick? The dog's eyes are full of distress. The next second, the puppy fell to the ground with a plop. The puppy turned his head away, pretended to ignore me. The dog's eyes looked super arrogant, as if saying, I won't be fooled. But I didn't expect that the dog's next move would surprise me even more. The puppy lay there alone at first and ignored me completely. The dog is having fun, as if entering his own little world. I gently peeled off the skin of the leg intestine. At that moment, the fragrance hit me. The puppy raised his head suddenly, and his eyes suddenly lit up. The next second, the puppy rushed to me quickly. The dog ate without hesitation and enjoyed it very much. However, I didn't expect the dog to do something even more exaggerated after eating. dog ate our ball of a hand. After eating, the dog started gesticulating me. The dog's little eyes watched straight at me as if saying anything else. I couldn't help laughing. I had to take out some milk and share it with the dog. The puppy immediately became excited. The puppy's eyes suddenly lit up like light bulbs. The little dog was impatient. The dog seemed to be urging me, "Hurry up, I can't wait." But who would have thought that after the dog drank the milk, something even more surprising happened. I just poured the milk. The puppy immediately pounced on me. The dog licked it with relish. The dog treats me like air and ignores me completely. The puppy's tongue makes a funny sound. I saw the dog drinking so much, I almost got tempted. When the dog was almost done drinking, he slowly raised his hand. The dog looked at me with a cold look. The dog's expression seems to be saying, "Well, this taste is barely acceptable." However, the dog's behavior the next second completely stunned me. After the dog has eaten and drunk enough， 黑表了也转午。I thought the dog would continue 这世界的甜美。I didn't expect this little naughty boy would suddenly change his face. The little guy just fell on the ground. The puppy is completely indifferent. The cute little eyes stared at me, as domineering as a little angered. There is a sense of pride in the puppy's eyes. The dog seemed to be saying to me, "Okay, human, you can go now. I'm about to take a lunch break. Don't disturb me." I felt awkward, like I was a despised human being. In desperation, I had to turn around and walk back. But the puppy didn't even raise its head, showing no respect at all. The next day, I passed by here again. I didn't expect a little dog to still be hanging around. The milk I gave to the dog yesterday was already drunk. The dog looked satisfied, as if savoring the meal. I couldn't help but feel curious why this little guy still hanging around here. Could it be that the dog regards this place such a secret base? The puppy blanched and watched me. The dog's expression seemed to be saying, "Why are you here just now? I've been waiting for you for ages." The dog's expression is both arrogant and cute, like a little N-word. But who would have thought that the moment I stepped forward, it would do something even more unexpected? I walked forward slowly, and I was still wondering if a little guy would be arrogant again. I didn't expect that the puppy would completely change after seeing me this time. The puppy no longer ignored me like it did yesterday. The puppy came over immediately. The puppy rubbed me with its cute little face, as if to say hello. The jaw dropped grave, as if blaming me for being late. The puppy seemed to be saying, "Oh fun, I have finally seen you." The puppy's expression seems to be asking, "What delicious food did you bring today?" But who knew? Just when I was about to take something out of my pocket, the puppy's reaction made me laugh out loud. I wanted to play with the jar for a while, but the little guy just didn't buy it at all. The puppy tilted its head and glanced at me. The puppy's expression is full of disgust. The puppy seemed to be saying, you two like fake, don't try to trick me. If you don't have good things, I won't bother with you." I was speechless at the puppy's arrogant demeanor. In desperation, I had to take out the snacks I had prepared in advance. The puppy immediately became energetic and his eyes lit up when he shied. The next second, the puppy started eating without hesitation, with a satisfied expression on his face, but his reaction was not over yet. After the puppy had eaten and drunk enough, I was ready to go home. But I didn't expect that the dog would keep pestering me. Wherever I go, the dog follows me. The dog is like a quaint little follower. The puppy's eyes are full of kindness and dependence. The puppy seemed to be saying to me, "Can I visit your house?" The dog was so cute and funny. It makes me laugh and cry. My heart softened. I couldn't refuse. So I nodded and agreed to the dog's little request. However, I never expected that something even more outrageous would happen to the puppy after returning home. After returning home, I specially prepared a small rest area for the puppy. I thought the dog would immediately run around and start exploring the new environment. Unexpectedly, the puppy stayed quietly beside me. That looked warmed my heart instantly. The puppy was particularly well behaved and sensible. The puppy was in no hurry to sniff around. The little dog is like a little guest, quietly accompanying me. The puppy's eyes seemed to show gratitude, as if saying, "Thank you for your hospitality." After a while, the dog slowly showed his curious face. Next, the dog's exploration behavior opened my eyes even more. After a while, the puppy started sniffing around excitedly. The dog will sniff every corner. The dog's little face is filled with a happy expression. The puppy seemed very happy with its new environment. I couldn't help laughing. I quickly found a small towel. I want to clean the dog's hair. I didn't expect the dog to be so well behaved. The dog actually lay on my legs and didn't move. The dog looked like he's enjoying himself, as if he was receiving 5-star personal service. But who would have thought that when I was halfway through wiping, the puppy suddenly did something unexpected. After I dress up the puppy, the dog looks cuter than before. The dog hair is fluffy and its eyes are bright. It looks like two different dogs. The puppy stands in the rest area and poses like a little star. The dog's expression is full of confidence. The little dog even showed a little pride. The dog seems to be saying, I can be so beautiful. At this moment, the dog really looks like a happy little pet. That look made me want to take hundreds of photos of the puppy. But who would have thought that the moment I raised my camera, the puppy suddenly did something unexpected. When it was time for dinner, I brought some snacks. The puppy's eyes lit up immediately. The puppy started eating without hesitation. The little dog ate it so deliciously. A satisfied expression appeared on the little face. This scene made me almost laugh out loud. Little guy glanced at me from time to time while eating. The dog's eyes seemed to say, well, this taste is just okay. The little guy acts like a phone critic. But unexpectedly, when the dog was halfway through eating, he suddenly did something even funnier. After the dog has eaten and drunk enough, his belly is bulging. The little dog is shuffled that it looks like a small ball. The puppy sat on the blanket and didn't want to move. The dog's lazy walk is so cute. The dog's paws spread out as if a whole person was paralyzed. The dog's eyes are half closed as if digesting food. The dog looks like a little fat boy. I couldn't help laughing out loud. The puppy even glanced at me, as if to say, "What are you laughing at? I'm just enjoying life." But who would have thought that the dog's behavior in the next second would completely surprise me? Today's interaction with the puppy really brought me a lot of joy. The dog went from being aloof at first to eating sausage and milk. Now he had become a small ball and lies on a blanket and doesn't want to move. The dog is like a little drama queen, constantly giving me surprises. Every walk and every movement of the dog seemed to be talking to me, making me laugh out loud. My days become more interesting when I am with such a naughty and cute little friend. I wonder what kind of funny scenes the little puppy will bring next. 10 days passed in a flash, and the changes in the puppy really surprised me. The dog is no longer timid, but is becoming more lively and confident. The puppy's hair becomes shiny and smooth, and it looks particularly energetic. The puppy's body had become much stronger, and it runs like a gust of wind. Every time the dog rushed towards me, the force almost made me lose my balance. The dog's eyes also change, full of energy and curiosity. Sometimes the dog will tilt its head and stare at me, as if studying my expression. The dog's nose moves, and even its breathing has an excited rhythm. The dog likes to laugh more and more, and every time he sees me, he shows that silly smile. He plays with me for a while every day, and runs all over the yard. I watch the dog grow from a timid little guy to what he is now. It is so cute. Who would have thought that in just 10 days, the dog would become a completely different dog? Every morning, just as the sun rises, the dog wakes up early. The little guy is like a little alarm clock, always the first one to wake up. The dog's favorite thing to do is to run to my door and wait for me. Sometimes they would use their little paws to gently scratch the door, as if to say, "Get up quickly." As soon as I open the door, the dog immediately wags its tail excitedly, with a smile on its face. I quickly choke out the dog's neck, and the little guy immediately sat up straight. That focused look, as if participating in a full challenge. The dog was eating so seriously that his tongue was almost stretched out. I couldn't help laughing when I saw the dog eating with gusto. From time to time, the dog raised its head and looked at me with its bright eyes. The dog's expression seemed to be saying, "The taste today is pretty good." And my mood for the whole day was chill. After eating and drinking enough, the dog seems to be suddenly full of energy. The puppy excitedly circled around me. The dog nudged my hand with its nose. The meaning couldn't be more obvious. Come play with me. Before I could react, the dog had already run to the front and was waiting for me. The puppy was like he's urging people to go, go, go. It's so cute. As soon as I took a step, the dog immediately circled around me excitedly. The dog jumps up from time to time, as if showing off his skills. The dog's appearance is so funny. It looks like a happy child. The puppy stopped running for a while and looked back at me, his eyes full of anticipation. Seeing it like this, I couldn't help but smile and said, "Okay, I'll go crazy with you for a while today." Another day has passed, and the puppy is still full of energy. From waiting in the early morning to playing in the evening, every moment of the dog is full of happiness. I found that the dog has completely regarded me as its playmate. Wherever I go, my dog follows me. Sometimes the dog will playfully run in front of me and wait for me, and sometimes it will squat at my feet obediently. There is always trust and dependence in the dog's eyes. From the first time we met till now, the dog has really changed a lot. The dog's hair is shinier, his body is stronger, and its smile is sweeter. Every little movement and expression of the dog can make me laugh out loud. Maybe this is the meaning of accompanying. One person and one dog, without too many words, it is already a tacit understanding. No one expected that this story had just begun. Half a month later, I took the puppy to play outdoors. The dog came out of the den with a curious look on his face. The dog acted like a senior adorer and made me laugh out loud. The dog's hair shines in the sun, looking very proud. I wanted to play with the dog, but the dog had no time to pay attention to me. Once outside, the dog goes into detaching mode. The dog is busy sniffing around and looking around. Every time the dog finds a small corner, he will sniff it carefully. The little guy's focused expression seems to be carrying out some important task. The dog occasionally looks up at me, as if to say, "Don't bother me, I am working." I looked at the dog's serious look, and I really wondered if it had discovered some new world. This little guy's curiosity is growing day by day. Just when I thought the dog was still busy exploring, an unexpected scene appeared. The puppy suddenly stopped and turned around and ran towards me. The dog grabbed my legs gently and looked up at me. The dog's expression is like saying, "I'm a little hungry." The little guy who was tired of playing immediately turns into coquettish mode. The dog patted my trouser legs with its paws and tilted its head to act cute. I couldn't help laughing. I saw through the little dog's little thoughts at a glance. The dog's tail is still wagging, as if urging me to move faster. I couldn't stand the dog's soft and cute look, so I had to compromise. So I took out the snacks I had prepared in advance. The dog came up immediately and took it with shining eyes. She was so satisfied with the meal, and her expression was so cute that it melted my heart. After eating, the dog becomes more relaxed. The dog lay gently on my legs and refused to get down. The dog's expression is like saying, "I want to stay to you now." The dog's proud expression is so cute. After a while, the dog suddenly raised its head and gently held my hand in its mouth. The dog's strength is very light, but it is full of playfulness. The dog bit me while secretly observing my expression. The dog's eyes are both good and bad, as if they are trying to make me laugh. I couldn't help laughing, but the dog got even more excited. The dog made an expression that said, "Come and play with me," and acted like a spoiled child. The dog at this moment is just like a naughty child. Such time is simple and warm, and it really makes people reluctant to end it. The puppy had so much fun this whole day. From a morning adventure to the evening pamper, the dog hardly stopped. I heard melted when I saw the dog running around on the grass. Sometimes the dog is like a little warrior, and sometimes like a quirky little baby. When the dog is